There we go. All right, guys, welcome back to round 4 of
Yes.
BCS Cardiff.
That's the one.
And we got another amazing matchup.
I know,
I'm
we're
so
just-
excited.
This is going to be so.
We've got one of the best DI players in the sauciest DI players in the world, that's for sure.
sauciest
KJ. Very well known if you're in the European or kind of like UK scene, especially.
His
Recently,
love of one deck.
yeah, he's recently become like a local here as well. So like,
Oh yes,
was
he
around
moved here,
now.
didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, so again, this
Home-
is
home
local for
territory,
him.
he's
Yeah,
gotta
home
defend.
turf. And against him, we have MJ, who's been to Worlds, of course. So again, another very, very good player. Oh, actually, I need to swap
I
him
think
around.
that. Yeah, I was going to.
My apologies, chat. My apologies. If I just swap them around, my face went.
Cannot believe there was human error.
Unbelievable.
I am sick.
This is going to be a really difficult one to change. Bear with me. Eventually, we all have to struggle with our demons, and spell check is mine. There we go.
Very good.
There we are. And now we're just going to swap these two around quickly. There
You keep that out.
wrong one, because it has to be on the right side.
Oh, I see.
There we go. And so, I think our players are going to be good to go in just a moment. If we go... there we are. And so we go, yeah. We're just going to give the players a heads up in just a moment to get started. And...
Oh, are you going to? Okay. Okay, so as we can see, I don't think I'm giving too much away when I say it's Nova Grappler versus DI. The number of DI lists this could be, but we at the desk know it's Gastille. Which, as we said, Josh is very well known for playing. He loves this deck. And we have a Vixer, which Niall is also a big fan of. So, be another, hopefully, quite interesting matchup. Not sure exactly how Gastille plays into this, but find out. I'm excited to run up and then have to clarify how Hope on Damp works with someone, because that card seems to always lead to a
it
million
was a little
questions.
toilet break.
Oh.
So the guy's ready now, so they're good
Ah,
to go.
cool. I was just saying about someone going to have to explain Hope on Damp today.
Hope on Damp is
on the
going to
bingo
be
card.
one of the cards of all time.
Oh, revealing 2.
Oh my god.
I revealed 3 of that yesterday when I played Michael's Crest deck, and I didn't find Maze Gear. I went to bed after that.
That's valid.
Yeah, it was kind of dumb.
I mean, if you're going to try and play it in Victor, you're not going to find Mesa Gear, are you?
I'm going to the bar. I'm done. Right, so such is the...
I can't put down the card.
He rides that, so he didn't resolve the second one. He just kept it, which is valid. It's a strong piece. Josh on second.
It's a strong piece, but is it the one?
Dun, 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 dun. Copyrighted. I was just saying.
On my way to add a strike to my hand.
He's quite well known for Gastille, right? It's like it's his favourite deck, I think.
It's his Barbie.
He's playing it in the last. I keep wanting to say last year, but we should say last BCS season. Does he play Foo? Are we going to see the funnies? Yeah, there we go.
Let's go!
I love hand fixing.
Fu Ganlin.
Maybe worth pulling Foo up for anyone who's not V Series inclined.
For anybody who's not V-Series coded. We've got Fugalin, whose ability is Vanguard or Rearguard Cycle. This is the important part.
Yeah.
Once per turn, put a card from your hand into your soul and draw a card, and your opponent chooses a card from their hand and puts it into soul, and then if they want to, they may draw a card. That actually does come up. It's sometimes optional. Like, it actually does come up sometimes.
Right, Sazander. Okay, that's...
Ooh, going to 1, though, is... Here's the thing, though. Like, I think here, like, personal matchup knowledge has to come up, because...
It's a weird one, right?
The difficult one with DI is nothing at this point tells you exactly what you're looking at.
No.
And DI and NLK and Gastille have counterplay that is completely opposite.
Ends
So
yeah.
I feel like here you have to make a judgment call on a person to be like, if I know them, what are they playing?
Damage, yeah.
Because if you get the wrong call, you lose. If you try and play the long game against Gastille, you lose. If you try and play Rush Gastille, you win. If you do that to NLK,
Then you
the
get
opposite is true.
bodied in like 2 turns.
Yeah, like for example, if you're playing against KJ and you know who this is,
Then
odds
you
are
know.
Gastille. If you sit in front of, say, Morgan, for example, and you see, you're going, okay, it's probably
It's
NLK.
NLK.
And if
Probably
you,
NLK.
and if you decide to like rush in thinking it's KJ, then it's not going to work out. You're going to be in for a world of hurt.
So what does he know? That's the main question here. You gotta love the psychology.
Yeah, just swinging.
He is familiar with his game? Question mark.
Maybe.
Didn't commit anything else to the board.
First check.
Oh!
Non-optional. I think he was trying to go so he can swing and give everything to the rear. But it doesn't really matter. See, this one is rough.
Right, okay.
That is rough. I mean, he knows he's making he doesn't know that he's making the correct decision, but I mean, in fairness, KJ is telling you what he's playing around in his playmat. But
that's true.
But that is rough because it's non-optional. He's just eating 2 damage.
Do you have a ruling? Oh, they're fixing it. It was just I think he drew. He
What's
thought it was draw 2 for some reason.
Sure.
I think looks of it. They like checking that OT is like almost committing, praying that you're playing against Gastille. As we know, he is. Unless any of the blinds.
We call this dramatic irony.
Yeah. Okay.
For the illiterate ones in the chat.
That's me. I'm not in the chat. I am the chat. Okay, we'll let them resolve this.
I have a degree in film study.
I do. I got it first. Hire me, please. Save me from the abyss of Tesco's.
Or do you see yourself in 3 years? Would you like to sign up for a Tesco's Club card? Please, you can save 50p on a meal deal right now.
Someone was like, "Oh my god, I saved 70p. That was worth the hassle." And I was like, "Stop
Tonight
abusing
on bottom
me."
gear.
Okay, I think they fixed that. That's all good. We can carry on with the game. He damages the gas. Okay, there we go. There's the knowledge. And a foo. All right.
And the foo get win.
So now we know for. You got games on your phone?
Damn, Nova Grappler players really do be playing Subway Surfers.
Boring. Oh, it needs his.
The warning for the Navi, yeah.
Easy mistake. And very easy.
Put down the log.
Easy mistake to make on stream as well. It's stressful.
Yeah.
Oh, getting the resources so we can use the. No triggers, so no draw. But we do see the Dual Nation grade 2.
Can't burn down the gun.
Edge. Edge have a no. Oh, he's just representing Soul properly. Josh is very good at this game because he hasn't actually Soul charged any triggers yet, apart from the one he put in with Fu. Or with Edge, rather.
Triggers are a choice.
Maybe. Using the Fu effect there.
Ooh.
Oh, the stand! Oh my god.
Me when I search my deck for a hope on dam. When my hope is down.
It's interesting because like I find a lot being on the receiving end of food that my hand gets like worse, but the Victor player being such a piece reliant deck, this could be advantageous to him. We'll see.
Ooh.
Dual name. What's this? So
Soul
Soul Charge
Revertus.
1
and CB1 call 1, and you either pop or call. So you Soul Charge 1 against 5k, and then you may CB1 and choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or greater rear guards and pop them, or choose a grade 2 or less card from Soul and call it to rear. So for example, if you have a Fu and Soul, you could.
Does he have a Fu and Soul?
I don't believe so.
I feel like he's going to go for the grade 2 or greater, so he can't kill the grade 1, which is a piece he can't get off the board. Josh does have to be careful because Victor's first stride can be
Pretty dangerous, yeah.
He is Excel, and he
But I think he's also lucky that. Ooh, okay.
calling the edge.
Edging in the dark.
No comment.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Big trouble.
But when he plays his
He gets the
Soul Charges
counter
1 and you counter charge, yeah. Ooh,
Whoa, buddy.
that's a G card, you know.
Crikey.
So that is the covetous succubus. So if your Soul has 6 or more cards, which we know he does, he gains 5k shield, and if it's 10 or more, he gets 10. It's a 15k shield potentially. But the important thing is on attack, because you know you have the 6. You put a ray gun into Soul, countercharge 1, and if your Soul has 10 or more cards, you draw 2 and then put a card from hand into Soul.
Yeah.
Which is like insane in this deck.
Is crazy in every DI deck.
Yeah,
being completely honest.
That card was nuts.
I remember when this came out. It was just before France. Going the bigger column first. It's an interesting way of doing it. Ladder.
It's not huge in this matchup, especially.
Does ladder only rear guards? Okay. He's attacking in a very weird way here, but I think he has to because of the succubus, unfortunately. Yeah, there's the plus attack.
But I think ladder would turn off Gastille.
That's what I was.
No, even on ray guards, I think, because it negates your ray guard abilities as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's not really the part you're playing around, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this covetous here is just going to be going for resources rather than attacking. I mean, he's still attacked in a pretty good way. He's dealt a damage, forced to heal out. You want to be... I think you want to be...
I think he's showing him that I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's going to be a draw 2, put 1 into soul.
I think that's...
1, 2.
The second coffee needs to hit me soon. What?
And the thing he's going to be putting into soul is... Is there already trying to find like a monochrome?
Find a monochrome?
Oh, I put a monochrome in.
Maybe. He's put... He blind soul... No. I think he food one in this time.
Yeah, he did, but doesn't it go out and replace itself?
No,
it's GB.
It's a rearguard skill. It doesn't proc from soul, if that's what you're
True. Oh, I'm saying with the Pale Moon one, right?
Oh, Mirrorland, the Searcher.
I think.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. Not passing it, but sorry, what I was trying to say, my brain's come back to me a bit. You probably want to be on, I think it's 1 damage against Victor. There's the G Victor, which he did search. No, he didn't search it.
Yeah, no, he just saw it. But the thing I love is the fact like a lot of the lists have been opting to play like Zubat, for example. I love Zubat so much.
Zubat is still a really good card. It's like kind of end of the resource management is pretty strong. And especially if you history stride. I mean, the third Excel is a bit... Yeah, you attack so much, you arguably don't really need the third Excel.
Especially for a deck that if it wants to buster, it has the argument of just going like second stride GB8, which is like crazy.
Alright, he's got a pretty... So these are 2 things that on attack can restand.
Yes, I do like the fact that over the years, we seem to have leaned further into like Gambarugan. Which
this
didn't,
guy, yeah.
It didn't see much place in the beginning of this deck's Experian life. This has only kind of come in this season, like late last season.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so when it attacks, if you have Vanguard with Victor, so it's as they shifted away from Busted. Because it's Soul, right? And like Buster didn't.
Oh, you need a Soul.
It's why Buster had the meme like shout builds, because he needed Soul so badly.
But now you can kind of... You got better... Well, you have other strides.
Because history exists, you lean more on CB, so your Soul frees up a little bit. You don't see Busted as often anymore. But also, I think there might have been a Busted here if he was second stride. Or if he was going second.
Oh, he can just pop off here. If
Yep.
Josh doesn't have a heal...
And remember
or
that,
doesn't
like,
check a defensive.
yeah, and remember that like when it's gonna swing, like you're gonna be able to restand them.
Yeah. So on stride skill.
So this swings, this restands, and then like this swings, this restands, and this swings, restands itself and swings. And then this swings, restands, this CB1 restand, this swing again.
Yep.
And like you're just hitting numbers like the whole time.
You hit magic numbers, yeah. You hit around a heal.
Yeah, like
Josh
these are
really
these are
needs
important
defense.
numbers.
He's going to take the Vanguard, which is
First
I
check,
think
second check.
potentially more damage.
Third check. Ooh. Oh.
Checks defensive crit is pretty
And it's
good.
a draw as well.
Yeah.
It's huge.
If he gets anything good off that. Can we pull up the grade 2, please? The V promo.
Which one do you think for Victor?
Yeah.
So it's on attack when boosted, Soul Blast 1, choose a column and restand the units in it, and I believe they gain 5? No, just restand.
If your opponent's going on
So stand it, if they're grade 3, you stand everything in that column. So it stands one thing or everything. But obviously his opponent is in grade 3, so... Yeah, so the thing with it is basically going to be that he can choose to restand the things in the Excel cycles. Or if they're grade 3, it restands its own column and goes again. So think of it as like a Riptide without a drive check for, what's it called, for...
Is this 18? Does this...
Wait, actually... Oh yeah, okay, it's a Ray Guard. So I was about to say it's like Riptide, but no, you have to choose a Ray Guard. No, you can't restand its column. Yeah, so you restand both front rows now because of the Vanguard skill.
Were the Excel circles hitting? Because
not over... you have the defense of the back row. I think it wants the damage.
Oh, right.
That's a choice, okay.
That makes a bit more sense. But that just lets him just keep attacking. Keep taking cards out of his hand there.
Yeah, and choose a restand.
Oh, and he used the grade 1. Oh.
Yeah, and that hits as well. That's 11. 11 to 9.
11, 18, 18, I think. Right, those are. Oh, he does have the heal. Oh, he really kept that. Wow.
Do you reckon he tried baiting Soul here?
Into all the resources, yeah.
Because now he knows his opponent can't, like...
That's super well calculated from Josh. He really had to know everything there.
I mean, I think you just kind of try and capitalize on the fact like they don't check any triggers.
Yes, well, I think once he threw the intercept as well, which also kind of baited him into thinking he didn't have a heal. I mean, baited me into thinking he didn't have a heal there. You are sick in the head, my friend. You drinking bud?
It's empty.
Oh, okay.
That was a one drop. Flavor.
Oh, just one shot?
One drop.
Oh, one drop. 2 shots of vodka? God.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
back.
Okay. That one's 23. I will leave. I will go. Okay. So Josh goes to 5, which is a very risky position for Gastille to be in, I feel like, because you need another turn before you can really combo off, right? Yeah, having to read the Gastille, can't blame him for that.
Does he know?
Does he? Probably not. World finalist or not? I'd have to read Gastille again, I think.
Speaking of
Oh, he plays the yellow OT.
I mean, speaking of not knowing what Gastille does, for those uninitiated at home, what Gastille does is at the start of the battle phase, you CB1, you draw a card, and it has 4 effects. And for every 5 of your cards in your soul, your opponent chooses one of those effects to apply to them. It's funny because the interesting thing is, like, it's one of the few effects that is your effect that they choose.
Yes. Very rare for this game, actually.
There are certain interactions where that becomes relevant, which is really interesting, actually. But the effects are as follows. One of them is everything in your front gains a crit. Another one is your opponent's all of the powers of the front row gets turned to 1. There is, I believe, you lose all auto abilities. And then there's your opponent chooses a card from their hand and puts it into their damage zone. If they're on 4 or less damage, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't
So no
kill.
auto abilities, also no PGs, for example. So the big combo here is, yeah, there you go. So he's going to be able to potentially extend, call out like a hope on down, and then you can't auto, so no PGs, no nothing,
So
and you have to call in increments of 20.
Yes.
Original shield of 20, which is why DP has such a tough matchup into this deck. DP can look at a hand of like hypothetically like 300k shield and not got, not got anything because original shield is 0. Rough.
He's trying to wrap his head around Gastille, I don't blame him. We did kind of miss the demonted soul charge 2 heals, which is...
That's rough.
I think Josh it's game this turn or it's not game at all, and I don't know how much soul he has.
The interesting with this kind of deck is his soul's like 20, right? It's like down near 20.
It's
Well, he was on 10 like
he was
2
on
turns
10,
ago.
then he added 4, 5. He should be on 16, I think.
But I think on 16 you're still pretty happy. I mean, also you're going to double foo here, which is pretty good.
That math was accounting for double foo, but I haven't. Cycling a 5k in.
But I think you're okay with that if you're thing here, right? Like you probably neglect the shield auto, but then like your hand isn't huge because like you either have to gun in 20k shields, which is awkward, or you turn off their PGs. And like I think the PGs they probably value those more here.
Yeah, I think he knows. I mean, Gastille with the crit, so he can't take more than 1 attack this turn, basically. I think Josh needs a booster for that demonted, otherwise demonted gets power,
thing
right?
is, 15 actually is fine here because of MJ's hand. If he goes for you need 20k increments, you can't PG really, and if you turn off autos, you have no PG, but you have to take one of them because it's 15 soul. So if you're on 16, obviously you pick 3 of them. The crit and power are like bait, but once you hit the 15 mark, it's when it gets really tricky. That's like when it becomes like really deck dependent. And I feel like with MJ's situation here, that's like really really tough to get around.
Yeah. I agree.
You can't put down the guns.
That's the last. Oh no, sorry. I keep not realizing people have as many cards in hand as I think. Monochrome? Monochrome could lead to him having 20 soul.
Cards in hand, that's crazy.
That's right. I mean, he's at 5. He's charged heals. You know, it's this turn, or Victor can probably play a vanilla turn. I see Victor GB2 activate on attack. Restand question mark.
Well, but the thing is, Fu also means like he's perpetually going to have effects for those restanders. So like he's gone. If he doesn't kill this turn, it's like easy.
Oh yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's definitely over.
Unless KJ decides to be a god and just check the OT.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, if you just wanted more, there's not much that can be done there. Oh, but of course, Forfax also exists here.
Yes, he does have the 4th attack. Yeah.
Forfax, yeah, fourth attack.
Depends how many crits he's got though, right?
Yeah, and he puts a card.
Oh, he's got a card from hand.
Well, yeah, because of course you're picking that always.
Of course.
Oh, not 20k. I'm tripping. This isn't Hope on Down.
No, there's no. Well, he does play Hope on Down.
Yeah, he does, but it's on the board, so the assessment from earlier is tripping. I am like actually tripping. Like, there is no 20k shields this game.
Singing
On the
Gastille
stand, at least.
first.
I think you have to here.
It's lethal
Right?
pressure, I suppose.
So I'm assuming he took the no auto. He didn't take the no autos, so he could PG.
I think he has, yeah.
Because yeah, it's power, crit, damage, autos.
He's put a crit on, he's damaged one, so it's probably put power to
Yeah.
one, yeah. Novus
G-Guard.
has a continuous G-Guard, it's a rare. I think it's called Dog Titan.
Dogen Titan, yeah.
Yeah.
If for the rest of this turn, if attacks don't hit, counter charge 1.
That's not the one I'm...
Is that not Dogen
That,
Titan?